Welcome to Watson Library. This tutorial will cover the basics of how to get started on a research project and help you avoid some common academic pitfalls. So, your teacher has assigned a research project. What now? This is where library resources come into play. You will use the library catalog and databases to find secondary sources on your topic. Remember, your teacher does not expect you to come up with original ideas. How you use the resources you find is your contribution. Be sure to always cite any idea that is not your own. Once you've cited an idea, you can use it in your research. As with many things in life, there is a right way to do research and a wrong way. The wrong way is to plagiarize. Here is the dictionary definition of plagiarism: the unauthorized use or close imitation of the language and thoughts of another author and the representation of them as one's own original work. So you see, the key to this is the idea of representing another author's work as your own. Here is the definition of plagiarism from the current NSU Student Handbook: the use of any other person's work and the unacknowledged incorporation of that work in one's own work in fulfillment of academic requirements. While this is worded a bit differently from the dictionary definition, the underlying principle is the same. Plagiarism is using another scholar's words and ideas without giving them proper credit. Here are the penalties for plagiarism from the NSU Student Handbook. As you can see, they run the gamut from a written reprimand to expulsion from the university. If you are expelled, you will not be able to re-enter NSU, and a note will be placed on your transcript detailing the reason for your expulsion. This will make it difficult for you to enter another college or university. Now, let's talk about the right way to do research, and that involves giving credit where it's due. Always remember to properly cite your sources. When you do this, you can use them in your paper. It is important, especially with internet resources, to critically evaluate and cite material you use. Always make sure to attribute paraphrased words and ideas to their source. I'll talk about this a little more in a minute. If you just do your own work, cite your sources, and ask questions, you'll be fine. Now, a little more about paraphrasing. You may have been told or allowed to believe back in high school that if you rewrite a passage in your own words or change the structure of a sentence that you don't have to cite it. That is not true, because the underlying idea is not your own. Even if you rewrite a passage in your own words, you must signal in the body of your paper and in your bibliography that you're using someone else's idea. Is there anything you don't need to cite? Yes. You don't need to cite your own ideas and contribution to the research. You don't need to cite commonly known facts that you state in your own words. Remember, when in doubt, err on the side of safety and cite. The key to properly citing your sources is to learn proper citation formats. These are generally easy to learn, and information about them is easy to find. We keep copies of the most current style manuals at the reference desk on the first floor of the library. Also, Purdue University's online writing lab has many good examples. To find this, just Google Purdue OWL. Some free advice: don't wait until the last minute to write your paper. You may have questions about the assignment that only your teacher can answer. Your teacher is the one grading your paper, so consider him or her the final authority on citation formats. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There is a strong support system for students at Northwestern, and you should take full advantage of it. One of the many services available to you is the Writing Center, located in room 335 of Kaiser Hall. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. There's also someone from the Writing Center here in Watson Library in the reading room on Tuesday evenings from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. They may add more hours here in the library later in the semester. Remember, plagiarism is a choice, and it can have lasting consequences. Many colleges, including Northwestern, use programs like Turnitin that can easily catch plagiarists. If you are expelled from an institution for plagiarism, it may be difficult for you to get into another university or get a job. And ultimately, you'll never learn to properly do your own work without cheating. So ensure your own success by simply doing your own work, citing your sources properly, and making use of the services available to you. All of us, teaching faculty, reference librarians, writing center personnel, student support services, we are all here to help you succeed.